Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. Now get on board the Kickstarter. There's just a few days left to pledge to join the Kickstarter, and the great thing is that new constructors are adding puzzles for every, well, it's been every $10,000 that gets raised, but we're now every $5,000 we're pledging to add a new constructor. We've already had puzzles pledged now from J Dyer, from Chile, and from Fistamafel, and we will be adding new constructors at every $5,000 interval. So do pile in, and let's see how many great constructors we can get in the project. But 10 Sudokus at least, maybe 11 from Sandra and Nala. A brilliant story by Peter C. Hayward, and that is going to be in production shortly. But there are still a few days left to go, so do join us on the first link under the video. The second link under the video, which is to the Fog-of-War Kickstarter. Now, that's there. We've still got a few days, we've still got plenty of days left, actually, 9 days-ish to enter the Patreon competition, the Snack Doku 100 puzzles, but they're all 4x4. Wow, I was bad on the maths for that yesterday because for some reason I thought there were 405 digits in a Sudoku. 405 is what a Sudoku adds up to. There are 81 digits in a Sudoku. You know that. I'm a moron. So that there's effectively therefore the equivalent of about 16 puzzles to enter. But it's still quite a few, I know, but they're all not too hard, honest. Do check it out. There's some brilliant variants in there that are quite entertaining, and we recommend it highly. Also on Patreon, there's video solutions, crossword solutions, all kinds of stuff. On the channel, on Fridays, we have crosswords. Every day we have 2 Sudoku videos, or at least puzzle videos. And every Friday we have a master class in crosswords. Oh, I mean, there's just so much going on. There's all our apps. They are brilliant. There's Sven SUDOKU PAD. There's our merchandise, including holiday merchandise. Do check it out. And the first link is to this puzzle, which is called Bidirectional 34, I'm going to say, rather than 34. It's by Just Curb, who's featured a few times on the channel before. And it's got a disjoint subset constraint. Oh no! Well, we'll see how it goes. So the rules are these. Normal Sudoku rules apply. We'll put 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Obviously, with the arrows, the digits along an arrow must add up to the number in the circled cell that's attached. So those two add up to that. Now, here it is. Digits must not repeat at corresponding box positions. So let's call this position 1 in each box. That is how I will do it. And that has to be a set of the digits 1 to 9. Similarly, in position 6 over here, that has to be another set of the digits 1 to 9. And apparently, this is going to be enough information to solve this puzzle. I suspect it's very difficult. When you do scanning with a disjoint subset rule, you're kind of looking at a third dimension, or even a fourth. I mean, row logic and column logic are 2. Then there's box logic, and now there's disjoint logic. Anyway, give it a try. I am going to restart my clock now. You may very well be able to beat my time today. I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. So, some of these arrows are 2 cells long and others are 3 cells long. And look at the circles for the arrows that are 3 cells long. Let's just give them a bit of colour. An arrow that is 3 cells long, where the 3 cells have to be different digits as they do in each of these cases, the arrow has to add up to 6, 7, 8 or 9. And given the disjoint subset rule, that must be a set of 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, this one is not allowed to have a 3 on it in box 4. So that can't be a 6. This one's not allowed to have a 4 on it, so it can't be 7. In fact, yeah, okay, so the next thing I'm thinking about is these cells on the arrows, these arrows are all very deliberately the same shape. And therefore they occupy the same three positions, positions 3, 5 and 7 in the boxes. Now, I seem to remember there is a way of making up 6, 7, 8 and 9 with 3 digits each, using only the digits 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I was going to say that can't apply here, but actually it can. Can it? Yes, it could. Maybe that is what's going to happen. But my first instinct was to say, yes, okay, I do understand it. Right. In these yellow cells, we cannot use more than 3 ones, I believe, because there are only 3 positions in use, and one can only occupy those 3 positions once each. So therefore, one of these circles is the result of adding 3 digits that aren't 1. And that must be, and I'll just aid memoire it, where? Down here. 2, 3, 4 equals 9. Like, this is not part of the solving. I'm just using purple as an aid memoire. Now, so one of them must be 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 9. It could be in box 2 or it could be in box 8. So one of those 2 is a 9, and therefore neither of these 2 are a 9. Now, I think we can extend this. We can also say that 2 cannot be used 4 times in the yellow cells, because again, it's only got 3 positions to occupy. Therefore, since 2 must be used in the sums of 7 and 6, and we now know it's used in the sum for 9, then one of the sums must be 1 plus 3 plus 4 equals 8. And that can't be in box 4 or box 6 either. So this pair is an 8-9 pair with 1, 3, 4 in one case and 2, 3, 4 in the other. I'm going to corner mark the 3 4s, as the corner mark means that within this box there are only these positions that 3 and 4 can occupy. Now, having done that, we then move on. We've obviously got to have a 7 and a 6 here. In fact, we now know where they go. That is a 6, and it's got 1, 2, 3 on its arrow. That is a 7, and it's got 1, 2, 4 on its arrow, and that is our start. So I'm going to remove the aid memoire now. We've used it. We don't need it anymore. And see where we go after this. We're also going to have to find the disposition of 1, 2, 3s and 4s that allows these things to coexist. That can't be a 3 by Sudoku. That can't be a 4. I kind of think we're done with that bit of the logic now. Otherwise, I'm going to have to think of a way to use it better. Oh, okay. Well, neither of those is a 4. Therefore, one of these is a 4? Yes. In each of these positions, let's say we take position 7. We must have a 1, 2, a 3 and a 4 now by the subset rule. So one of these 2 is definitely a 4. One of these 2 is a 4. Now, I don't really know how to then identify which one of these 4 is the remaining 4. I don't think this is quite going to fry my chips today. So let's fill in a little bit of just ordinary pencil marking. Center of the box means these are the candidates available. That one can't be a 6. Somehow I'm going to have to use these arrows. The central cells in these. Right, the central cells on those arrows have seen a 1, 2, 3, 4 group on the disjoint subset. Now, they can only be selected then from 5, 6, 7 and 8. Not 9 because they're on an arrow. That one can't be a 7. This one can't be 8 or 9 because of that pair. This one can't be 6. Now, the circled cells on those 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9 arrows can only be selected from higher digits, 6, 7, 8 or 9. But if you were to put 6 in one of those cells, then the arrow it was on would have to go 6, 5, 1. And that would mean that you couldn't put 1 in either of the other arrow tips, which are in position 1. And then you would therefore be adding at least, well, yeah, these, okay, the minimum value for these is a 1, 2, and a 3. The minimum value for these, yeah, let's do it by maths, by arithmetic. So let's colour this so you can see what I'm thinking about. This green cell, the minimum value for those is 1, 2, 3. The minimum value for these central cells is 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7 plus 1, 2, 3 equals 8 times 3 is 24, and that gives us the maximum value for these cells, because they all have to be different by the subset rule. They must be a 987 triple. Let's call them orange. So the orange are a 987, the reds are a 5, 6, 7 triple, because that's the minimum, and no, I can't actually quite fill them in. And the greens are a 1, 2, 3 triple. That one can't be 3. I have got 2 single full digits in this puzzle, not much else. Now, I'm getting a bit nervous now because it feels like I've used all the given arrows and the given digits as far as I could. So I'm going to have to come up with some other breakthrough to understand how the rest of the puzzle works. I honestly feel it might get more complicated now. You know, I feel like I've done a break-in, but I don't think I've actually understood much about how we're going to get any further. So I need to do some thinking now. We've got a 1, 2, oh, that's a 1, 2 pair. Maybe I just need to do some spotting. That's an interesting 1, 2 pair. But how do I use it? Do I look for red? No, red is not the same. I'm using the colours as sets in this puzzle, not as the same digit being repeated. So that's quite an important, yes, of course, look. 7, 8 and 9 have now already occupied position 9. So this cell can't be 7, 8 or 9 in position 9 in that box. It must be a 5. Now that's good. And this one, same position, different box. We've used 7, 8, 9. Somehow we've used a 5. That must be 6. So in these position 9s, we've got 1, 2, 3 and 4 to go. Ooh, I'm going to fill those in and then remark on the fact that in box 2, I've got a 1, 2, 3, 4 quad, and also in box 8. And these are either a 1, yes, we corner marked the 3 and 4, didn't we? So neither of those can be 3 or 4, because 3 and 4 are used up in those cells in that box and then those cells in that box. So now we've got a 1, 2 pair looking at that cell, looking at the, no it's not. That 1, 2 pair is not looking at these, it's looking at that cell. That is a 3 and a 4, so that can't be 4 in position 3 there, and that can't be 3. I am getting how this puzzle works now. That 1, 2 pair is looking at that cell, which is my 3. That 1, 2 pair is looking at that cell, which is a 4. That is taking 4 out of this cell and this cell. The 3 is taking 3 out of there. Now the 3 can't go with a 7 in the middle, and it can't reach a 7 on the end. Now we've got a 5, 6 pair in red, so this one's a 7. That can't be a 7 now, and now the 7 in orange is up here. That that, I don't know what that total is. Oh, I don't get to finish these off. I wonder if I do if I think about it a bit harder. Or should I be looking at something else now? Probably. Yeah, I should go back to the yellows, I think. 3, 4, 1, 2. That is seeing a 1 and a 2 in the 9th position. So is this one. So there are now a 3, 4 pair. And yeah, is it worth knowing that they are a 3, 4 pair? They're different digits. Let's colour all of these positions orange just to get a look at that set. I mean, it's largely complete. That set of position 9, we've got a 1, 2 pair and a 3, 4 pair. It's pretty much done. Okay, I'm going to take out the orange colour. Let's look at the red positions. So we've got a 7 and a 5, 6 pair. We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4 set. The other two are from 8, 9. That's giving me an 8, 9 pair in this column. 8, 9, 7, 4. Don't know I can do much else with that. Let's look at top left, position 1. I haven't got much pencil marked here. Oh, that can't be a 3 anymore, nor can this. I hadn't noticed that. So one of those two's a 3, one of those two's a 3. Yeah, I'm just jumping all around a bit at the moment, trying to find what to do. Okay, in this row, just ordinary Sudoku, we've got 4, 5 and 6 placed and an 8, 9 pair. So these are from 1, 2 and 7. They can't be 3, and we know where 3 goes in the row. It is here in box 6. Oh, and I could have done that by looking at all the position 7s apparently. Didn't spot that. One of these is definitely a 7. One of these two is a 7. I will say that this puzzle has, much more than most, spoon-fed me the way to look at the positions within the box, much more than most disjoint subset puzzles, and I am grateful to it for that. Now, one of these two is a 4 in this row, but there is a 3, 4 pair here saying that's not a 4, so we get the 4 in that row. We've got an 8, 9 pair in this row. We need another one. Well, this sees 1, 2, 3 and 4, and so does this. Since they see that 8, 9 pair in blue, they're from 5, 6, 7. That's a triple with that, and this can't be a 7. So we've found 7 in row 6. In position 7, 7 in this box now must be here, I think. Yeah, that's just Sudoku. That gives us 7 in box 2. How are we doing with 7s? We get a 7 up there somewhere. That is a 7. The only place it can go in box 7. And then this is ruled out by the subset rule. So we get 7 here. The 7 we placed in box 7 and everything else puts 7 in the corner. And all our 7s are done. That's not a 7. So we've got a 5, 6 pair there. Yeah, I think it's just spotting things now. We've used the 1, 2, 3, 4 set and 7. These are 1 from 5, 6 and 1 from 8, 9. Yeah, okay. Where do 1, 2 and 4 go in this column? They can't go here because there's a 1, 2, 3, 4 set. They can't go here because there's a 1, 2, 3, 4 set in that box too. So it's there, there, and it must be here. So that's a 1 or a 2. And that doesn't do as much as I thought it might. This is 5, 8, or 9. And I thought I'd be able to tell which, but I can't. 6 is in one of those 2 cells. If I was filling in the candidates here, I would write 5, 6, 8, 9, but I'm not sure if it benefits me to do that. When am I ever going to disambiguate these two? Maybe when I disambiguate these two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 6 is either there or there. And it's going to use its position 6, 6 in one of those positions. Oh, now I'm getting confused again. Let's try and find something. There's an 8, 9 pair going on in this column. Yeah, I think it might be time to colour individual digits rather than groups. Or maybe... I don't know. Do I want to colour 7s against 7s? Ah, how about this position where we've now got a 4? 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need 1, 2, 3 and 5 in the remaining position 2s. 1, 2, 3 and 5. So in the top row, no, it's not telling me where 6 goes. Oh, there is something to be deduced from this. I just don't know what it is or how to get at it. Okay, let's colour 1s and 2s against each other. So I'm getting rid of the green. We'll have a bright blue 1 or 2. And that is the other version from the disjoint rule. So that's bright blue in column 1. That's green in box 4. That's green in row 6. That's blue in box 5. That's green in row 5. That's blue in row 4. Now, one of those two is blue. Can I translate into this pair? Oh, maybe I need the disjoint subset. We've got green in the middle, so whichever one of these is 1 or 2 is blue. That's going to create a green in one of these pairs. Maybe I cannot keep translating that around the grid. Or maybe it's now time to say where can't be either 1 or 2, like that cell, which sees a green 1, 2 and a blue 1, 2. And that cell the same. That is quite interesting. This cell can't be 1 or 2, but in the position 2s, which I will now colour fully blue, dark blue, we need to find spaces in these 4 for 1, 2, 3, 5. I've just worked out that can't be 1 or 2 because it sees both flavours. So one of the 1 or 2s can be in that row, but the last one in those positions is going to have to be right here. So that is a 1 or a 2, but I don't know which flavour. Yes, I do. It's the green version. And then this is not 1 or 2. That one could be. One of these two is the blue 1 or 2. It feels weird now. Okay, in this box, those are the positions for 1 or 2. And that one can't be green. So green is in one of these 2 positions. And one of these 2 positions. And again, one of those 2 positions, green, and one of those 2 positions. So we're sort of X-winging the greens. Now how about the blues? Let's get rid of the dark blue colouring. Blue is in one of those 2 places. One of those 2 in this box. And those 2 in box 2. No, now I feel I am just being confusing. Oh, could I have worked out these arrows? There are still arrows to solve here. So if that was 257, this would be 369, that would be 178. That works. If that was 167, this would be 358, that would be 279. That works. I don't need much here. I just need a tiny bit more of an advance somehow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. So these are from 5, 6, 8, 9. What are they? Or do I need to start colouring 8s and 9s against each other? Have I got enough information to make that worthwhile? I feel like I haven't. Is that right or wrong? Oh, I don't know. I can't work out whether I've got enough 8s and 9s to colour them profitably. I can't relate those 8 9s to those 8 9s or these ones. Can't relate any of those sets together unless I am missing something. Yes, I am. Okay, those two are different. Right, let's try 8s and 9s as purple and orange. That goes purple, that one goes orange. These two are different because they're in the same position within a box. Now, that can't be 8 or 9 because it sees orange or purple. That was a very useful thing to do. So this is now 8 or 9 and is purple. Orange is in one of those two positions. And that means this cell can't be 8 or 9. It sees 1, 2, 3, 4 in its box and 7. So that is 5 or 6. This is orange. Oh, so this isn't orange. This is 5. This is orange. And that's all the orange. Oh, this one. Oh, I'm tempted to say clearly it's orange, but actually I don't know that yet. This one is purple. That one I know. And now neither of these can be 8 or 9 because they see both flavours. Nor can that. And I don't know what this is. Okay, let's just look up this column maybe. 8, 9, 7, 4. No, that's not doing anything for me. I want to know what these flavours are, maybe. Probably. I don't know. I feel like I want to know. But maybe it wouldn't help as much as I'm imagining. This has suddenly got a little bit more complicated than it was. Oh, look, I've got a 5 there looking at that cell. So that's a 6. So let's have a look at position 6s. Just highlight these cells. We've got an 8, 9 pair and 5, 6, 7 done. So the remaining ones are from 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, just colour the right ones. Right, that's a 1, 2, 3, 4 set. That gives me a 1, 2, 3, 4 set in that column, and that shows me that that's a 6 there. Where else have I got a 1, 2, 3, 4 set? Down there. So the remaining colours are the remaining cells are 8 and 9, and I can colour them. Orange there, purple there. Now that's orange. This is what I was after. That's purple. I still don't know what colour. Oh yes, I do. That is sitting opposite that, like in the same position as that one. So that's orange now. Good. Now, purple is in one of those two. Does the disjoint subset tell me which? No, cruelly not. But we need a purple in position 4. One of these has to be purple. Now, ruling out the ones it can't be. All of those, that. Purple is one of those two. But if you made that purple, where would purple go in row 3? There'd be nowhere for it. Excellent. So that is purple. And then we've got a kind of purple X-wing between those cells, and the disjoint doesn't sort that out. But now, orange, orange, that must be orange. That's orange. That's just Sudoku. Okay, so all the oranges are placed and almost all the purples. That hasn't told me what flavour of which they are. And I'm surprised because I thought that might be revealed when we got that far. These arrows haven't done anything. I mean, something on the numbers that I've done must have helped. But I don't know what it is. And that is frustrating. Right. Green and blue. Are they seeing anything that can't be 1 or 2? That cell can't be 1 or 2. Nor can that one. Oh, blue 1 or 2 is definitely in one of those, and green 1 or 2 is definitely in one of those. Okay, that was the easier way to see this. Now, I'd better find another place where, maybe where I can put a low digit. Oh no, hang on, 1, 2, 4 are a set there. We need 5 and 6 in this column. That one sees a 6. That is a naked, sort of naked 5. That's a 6. This one in this row is 3 or 4, and it's sitting right next to a big, bold black 4. So that's 3. That's 4. That makes this 3. I have a feeling that's not going to sort out these arrows, although it stops this one having a 4 on it and that one having a 3 on it. And that is now a 1 or a 2, and it can't be green, so that's definitely blue. That's not blue. That is now blue in column 6, definitely, and it's not green, so this becomes the only place for green, and this becomes a 3 with no colour attached. I mean, this got complicated in a hurry. That's seeing 1 and 2, so again, no colour, it's a 4. That makes this a 3. This is going well now, so this is now green, definitely. I think I might have said that already and just not completed the colouring. Now we need another blue in box 1, and it's in one of those 2 cells. That's not helpful, but it does tell me that this is blue in column 3. This is now not 1 or 2. This is 3 or 4. And this sees 1 and 2, 8 and 9. It sees 7. It sees 3. So this is 4, 5, or 6, which is slightly weird groupage. No. Well, if orange is 8, blue is 1. If orange is 8, blue is 1, that would work here. But if orange is 9, blue is 2, that also works here. So those are proving that A equals A, which is disappointing. Right, column 1, 8, 9, 3, 1, 2, 7. These are from 4, 5, 6. That one can't be a 6. This is from 3, 5, 6. One of these 2 is definitely a 3. That's the only place for 3 in row 2. Well done if you spotted that. That makes this a 4, this a 5, this a 6, this a 3. Now, surely all the 3, 4, 5, 6s are going to unwind now, which will sort out the 2 cell arrows. We get a 4 there. We get a 4 here. I can remove the colour from that cell. 5 in this box is in one of those 2. Oh, along with purple. Why is this no longer coloured purple? I think I removed, I don't know. Oh, purple is 8 or 9. I don't know. These are from 5, 8, 9. That's a 5, 8, 9 triple. So this is 1 or 2. That's definitely green now. And therefore this is definitely green and this is definitely not. What can this be? 5 or 6? But we've got a 5 in that position on the disjoint. So that one is 6. Red over here in box 1 only is 5. So that needs a 2 on the disjoint. That makes this 1. And now we get what blue and orange are. Red are the last set that are coloured by settage rather than by individual digits. So let's just get rid of the colours there. We'll put a 6 there and a 9 there. They're all right. Right, all the oranges are 8. All the purples are 9. Let's just be careful with those columns. All the light blues are 1. And we'll be careful with rows 1 and 3. All the greens are 2. And we are very close to a finish suddenly from nowhere. 5 there. This is a 5-9 pair that I don't know the order of. I don't know the colours. Let's get rid of all the colours there. Top row, that's a naked single 1. Let's make that blue. That's the 1 there. Okay, and now we're just going to finish off the numbers. 9, 6, 5, 4, 5, and 9 to finish. Let's make it purple. Let's just check. We've got purple, orange, green, and blue in every box. Looks like we have now. And this is a 9. And there we go. That is Just Curb's puzzle. And it's very clever. Bidirectional 34. Interesting throughout. I mean, 30 minutes to solve, 32 minutes. And yeah, a decent. I made a good start on that, I thought, with identifying the arrow shapes and how they mattered and the 1, 2, 3, 4 patterns. And then I really got slowed up in the middle finding my way through it. It's a very clever puzzle. I've enjoyed that a lot. I hope you had a go at it as well. These disjoint subset is a head-wrecking variant, but that is not a simple puzzle, but quite a good introduction to the variant and very beneficial. Thank you for watching. We hope to see you again next time on the channel. Bye for now.